You are here to follow your wildness, your own sense of self, and that is what your light is driving, your energy is driving. Welcome to Intuition Unlocked, the podcast empowering empathic women who feel misunderstood, overwhelmed, or disconnected from their intuition, begin to trust their sensitivities, find inner clarity, and show up with embodied, unstoppable confidence in their daily lives. I am your host, Olivia Ashley, an empath and intuitive, and I am so happy you're here. Hello there, and welcome to today's Intuition Keys episode. In these episodes, I bring forward timeless channeled messages from the Akashic Records that are centered around one specific key. A key which is truly an activation and a tool that you can return to whenever you need to, whenever you feel called to learn about this topic or see what messages are within it. Every key comes with 4 supporting messages that weave together to guide you into deeper embodiment and remembrance of who you are, radiant, intuitive, and powerfully aligned. So use your own intuition to feel into what resonates with you today and leave the rest. Now let's dive into the key that came forward. Today's key is light bearer. If you are listening to this, you hold the energy signature of the light bearer. So we each emit a unique frequency of light, but this specific signature belongs to a wave of souls who came to be beacons and anchor frequencies that awaken long dormant energies and help guide us into the next phase of collective evolution. Your expression as a light bearer may look different from one another's as well. Some of you will connect very deeply with the earth and the energetic grid, others with plants or trees, animals, water, different elements. Some of you will be drawn to children, to the elderly, or specific people or places, and even some will have connections with interdimensional energies and beings. So there's a lot to connect to, there's a lot going on, and each of you will connect to typically one or a few different areas that feel really resonant with your energy. And what's important to know is that this energetic connection and the way that your frequency of light and energy signature interacts with another's often happens naturally, with or without your conscious awareness. Simply by being in proximity with what you are here to support, you exchange energy. And through this exchange, you activate a remembrance in them, a remembrance of connection, aliveness, consciousness, and possibility. And partly why your unique energy signature of the light bearer came forward in this time is because I'm shown that as a collective, there has been an overemphasis on the self. And so while this focus on the self created pathways of incredible growth and innovation and technology and the structures and constructs that we know of, the time has come to begin to shift our gaze back towards the collective, back towards Earth in its wholeness, and the truth that everything is interconnected, that by focusing too much on the self has created some distortion and imbalance. And so as we start to turn into the collective view and the role that we each play, and not just we as humans, but all of the beings and the energies here on this planet play and the importance of them, that's going to help right this imbalance. So this remembrance that your energy unlocks in others is what is going to allow for new ways of organizing, creating, and choosing in the world. These are the ways that will bring more balance. And when you, as a light bearer, intentionally connect and commune with what you're most drawn to, the activation multiplies. By simply witnessing and mirroring back the beauty, vitality, and essence of another, you strengthen their self-realization and evolution. And our guides keep showing me the experiment people have done where they take 2 plants and one of them they speak loving words to, the other one they speak hateful, harmful words to. I think another one is a neutral where they don't do anything to it. And it's shown that the one that received all the love and the caring and attention grew, and it grew rapidly, and it was bigger than the others. The ones that had negative or harmful words spoken to it shrunk, became diseased, or died off. And the neutral one grew, but it didn't thrive. There was a difference between the one that was spoken to kindly versus the neutral. And so that, I think, is really a very physical, visual way to understand that that's what your energy signature is doing. There's a lot more underneath the surface, but at a base level, it can help you understand how exactly you are affecting others. And that effect will alter depending on who it is or what it is you're connecting to and what that being needs. But you are changing them, you are strengthening them, you are showing them that they are alive and they're a witness and they have beauty and a place in this world. And by doing that, you allow for growth and evolution to take place. And I want to say that having this gift and this unique energy signature, it's really not about being more important or better than others. Every soul comes with its own unique gifts. But if you're here today listening, it's because you carry this particular signature amongst probably other signatures and gifts. And you're being asked to recognize it, develop it, and trust where it leads you. So that's why we're talking about it today. So here are 4 more messages related to this key and what will be helpful to know. Message 1, crack the code. Right now, I'm shown that for many of you, there's a feeling of restlessness, confinement, or dissatisfaction. That even though you might feel gratitude for pieces of your life, deep down, there's this nagging emptiness or disconnection that's happening because you're feeling like you're doing all the things that you need to, or the things that you thought were going to make you happy or feel fulfilled. And yet, here you are, still not quite feeling right. And we know that life is not going to always feel perfect. That is not even a goal that I think we should strive for. But there is a place where when there's so much dissatisfaction that's coloring ourselves, when there's so much attention on certain parts of our life, that we start to struggle, that our mindset, our energy, the path that we are walking begins to become heavier or stagnant or stuck. And that's kind of where it feels you're at. So I'm shown that it's like you're living in a box that feels too small or that it seems locked from the outside. And yet in reality, it's a perception. It's not true. And only you hold the code to open it. Hence, crack the code. So cracking the code requires radical honesty right now. It means creating the space to pause, check in, and listen to what's beneath the surface, to what's driving those feelings of confinement or lack of fulfillment or dissatisfaction. And even if it's pretty minor in your life, they're showing me that it's a strong enough chord that's playing again and again that it needs to be addressed for you to feel more ready and able to continue forward. And I think a lot of what can contribute to this is often we stay so busy in our lives, we have so much to do that we don't even realize how constricted we feel or that there are truths trying to rise up for acknowledgement. I know for myself, I typically will hit a place of emotional release where someone just says the right thing at the right time to open that vulnerability within me and I crack. Like I always feel like I have such a strong facade and I do feel I take the time to release and move through my feelings. But sometimes when I'm so busy and I have to keep that up and sustain it for too long, a part of me just like dies inside. That's the best way to say it. I literally feel like, and my throat starts getting all weird at this time, which is so interesting too. I can feel the dis-ease happening, that chord of this is not flowing, this is not good. And for me, I think it's a culmination of my astrology and just who I am being so sensitive. Crying and this big emotional release is how I release and really recognize, wait, here's the currents that I'm not seeing. And I have to kind of let that process go. So know for yourself that each of you are going to have your own expression of that when things are under the surface but not held, Do you have a breaking point? Is there something that happens typically? Like, can you see a cycle that happens where you move through something like that in your own way? And the goal here is to help you not reach that breaking point, whatever that is. That's where I see some stillness, reflection, and time with yourself being really important. But I also see that for some of you, it's actually the opposite. It's like a heavy release that's needed, like a sweat session or an active workout or like a really deep vent session with someone. Like you need to release it versus go into stillness and feel it. You are someone who needs to activate to push that energy. So trust whatever you need to do and do it. Notice what feels good for you. But overall, ask the questions of what is making you feel bound? What needs to come forward to be expressed, shifted, or released? And I know this process is not comfortable. I know it requires courage to admit that you don't accept this version of your life anymore, that you want more aliveness or authenticity or joy. But that very honesty is what is going to unlock that door. So you don't need to leap into huge change all at once. I'm shown that small steps, adjusting to how you speak to yourself or how you spend your mornings or even how you hold your boundaries, will begin to crack open light where before there was only confinement. So remember that you hold the key to your own freedom. You're the only one who will understand what that code is. Message 2, you are needed. This message comes forward with a sense of urgency, not to take action necessarily, but urgency to understand that right now and truly always, your energy is needed. Your presence, your unique self, your gifts, your voice, who you are is needed. And knowing that you are a light bearer, one of your main roles is to recognize that light within you and extend it outward. And this may mean that you follow unconventional pulls or you're drawn to certain landscapes, species, communities, ideas, passions, or ways of living that others may not understand. You are here to follow your wildness, your own sense of self, and that is what your light is driving, your energy is driving. And this is good. Your intuition is coded to recognize where your energy has resonance. And everyone has this, but not everyone is listening to it. So every time you follow that resonance, you activate something in the world that could not awaken without you. You are asked to not underestimate the power of your presence and the power of you. And the power that when you truly witness and honor another, no matter who it is, what it is helping them remember their own sacredness and power as well. So much of our culture and belief system sees beings such as animals, plants, elements like water, soil, air, as just resources to use or obstacles to overcome. And yet I'm shown you know it differently. Like you've known this since you were a child and you were confused. It's not our job to fix or alter the past. It's your job now to stand in reverence of your truth, to commune and to witness these beings and energies and reality that we are all so deeply connected. And by doing so, it sparks a remembrance in the web of life itself. So the first piece is to be in witness of and in honor of your light and to extend it outwards. The second role I am shown is that you're holding the light for others. And I'm given the visual of you standing there with a lantern, holding the torch or the light and saying, I trust myself and I trust that there's something ahead of us and I trust where I'm being led and I'm going to move forward. And others are welcome to join. So really, you have this courageousness about you and this like willingness to push forward even when it's uncertain. Part of why you're here is to step first, to walk with faith that you are guided and show others who see your light, who resonate with it, that it's safe to join and go forward. Not to copy you, but to strengthen the current, the energy, what you're here to do forward. So remember, you didn't come here alone, and you're not doing this work alone. You are part of a soul cluster who incarnated to weave your gifts together and anchor this energy. And when you walk with courage, you give others permission to rise alongside you and shine their light just like they see yours shining. So your light is really not meant to be hidden. By sharing it with whomever and whatever you resonate with, what you feel like is your calling, or just day to day, right? This doesn't have to be this big, epic plan of how you're going to share it or what you're going to connect to. I think for some of you, you might have that, but for a lot of you, it's in the day-to-day moments of acknowledging your plants in your home, of acknowledging the children or those at your workplace that you feel called to witness and connect to, or the tree out on your walk, or the seeds you plant in your garden. All of this is awakening this deep remembrance, this deep energy within one another to say, wow, I am seen, I am alive, I have purpose, I am beauty and love incarnate and a part of the creation's design. And this creates just these beautiful ripples that will carry far beyond what you can see. So you have to trust here. Message 3, cultivate coherence. This message speaks to the foundation you need in order to carry out your role as a light bearer. Without coherence, your energy frays. And we live in a time of overstimulation. There is stress, toxins, electromagnetic fields, and a culture that glorifies really exhaustion and hustling. And many of us swing from overdrive to collapse and rushing through the week to then crash on the weekend. And it's not our fault by any means. We are here in witness to this culture. We do add to it, but there's things we can do to take our power back because this cycle keeps you unstable to sustain the energy you need to really bring your light forward. So coherence is what brings you back to center. It is when your body feels safe and your nervous system can rest, your heart is open, and your energy feels more clear. There's never perfection here. There's no requirement for that, but it does require consistent tending and awareness on your part. So for you, this could be more clean water or nourishing foods, sleep that's steady and protected, more consistent movement and getting up from your desk, or more practices that attune you to your intuition or something greater than you. It could also mean more space for expression and creation or relationships where you feel safe, seen, and valued. It could be one of those things. It could be multiples of those things. No matter what, it is up to you to decide how your body finds coherence and when and where within your days can you take a breath and come back to yourself. We will not live in coherence always, but we can always come back to it to recenter and ground and find more stableness in our days. And I'm shown that this is really important right now because you are stepping into a new beginning. I see the image of a sun just starting to rise over the horizon. So there's a slow, inevitable signaling of a dawn that you cannot stop from arriving. And to meet this new season and this new sun and day, you must build the reserves and the coherence within yourself to allow you to step into life and the opportunities with vitality rather than depletion. So let finding coherence be your foundation and the focus of your time. The more you cultivate that balance and regulation, the more alignment you are going to feel in your day, and the more strength you'll have to meet the new dawn that's rising for you. Message 4 and the last message. Courage to act. The final message is about stepping forward with action. Being a light bearer, being openly intuitive, and radically empathic is not a mainstream path. So people might not understand your choices, your pull towards the unseen, or the way you relate to life as alive and conscious. And yet none of that matters if you're walking in alignment with your own soul, heart, being. This action and the life you live is not always about grand gestures either. Much of the work you will do might be very quiet, deeply personal, or even invisible to the wider world. Yet the impact isn't measured by scale. It's measured by resonance. A single heartfelt connection can ripple way more widely than a public platform could. You will also attract others who carry similar energetic signatures, and some of these people and things will be allies who help strengthen your journey. So welcome them when they come. Others may come and project judgment or fear, and those can be released. So you are not here to convince or prove anyone of your path, of your actions, of your choices. You are meant to act courageously and live in your truth. If you ever feel uncertain about your next step, return to coherence and tend to what feels constricted, heavy, or draining, and then lean into what feels expansive, joyful, or aligned. That is how you know where to walk. There are signs that are going to come forward. There are guides that are here to help you. There are synchronicities that are going to happen if you believe in them. And it's your choice. Only you get to choose what action you take, how you create your life, what beliefs you hold. That's the beauty of this life and being a human. But no matter what path you take, there is a sense of a beckoning coming forward for you, that there is going to be a new chapter, a new unfolding, a new reality that you're going to walk into. And right now is a moment where you can act with courage, walk in trust, and shine your light where it naturally longs to shine in order to help you find the most aligned, right path for you in this time. There will be bumps, there will be storms, and yet all of it is purposeful. So that is what you're working with today. The key of the light bearer came forward to remind you that your light is not just for you. It is a gift for the earth, for others, and for the collective evolution we are all a part of. Trust your resonance, follow your pull, and shine knowing that your presence is shifting the world in ways both unseen and seen. If this episode spoke to you, please leave a rating and review as an offering of gratitude wherever you're listening. And if you would like more personalized guidance on your own gifts or light, I'd be so honored to support you with an Akashic Soul Record reading. You can find the link in the show notes if that calls to you. Either way, until next time, shine your light, my friend, and trust where you're drawn to share it. Thank you for joining me on Intuition Unlocked. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe so you never miss a moment of insight, guidance, or intuitive inspiration. To dive deeper into our community and get access to exclusive content, head to my website at www.olivia-ashley.com and subscribe to my newsletter. You can also connect with me on Instagram at wildlyolivia for daily inspiration and updates. Remember, your intuition is your superpower. Trust it, nurture it, and let it guide you. Until next time, I'm Olivia Ashley, and I can't wait to connect with you again.